Song Kang caught on camera with another actress? Yu Yong's reaction breaks fans' hearts. What if I told you that one of the most adored on-screen and rumored real-life couples in K-drama history, Song Kang and Yu Yong, may now be standing on opposite sides of a heartbreaking storm? What if I told you that a single photograph, taken in secret, has shaken the fragile trust of millions of fans and cast a shadow over one of the most beloved connections in Korean entertainment? Because tonight, we dive deep into the mystery, the emotion, and the silence surrounding the moment that stunned an entire fandom, the moment Song Kang was allegedly caught on camera with another actress. Hold on tight, K-drama family. The world of your favorite celebrities is unfolding before your eyes, and every moment is more breathtaking than the last. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications right now, because trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next. The photo that changed everything. It began like any other quiet weekday evening in Seoul, until an anonymous entertainment insider uploaded a set of blurred but unmistakable images online. The photos showed a man, tall, sharply dressed, his face partly hidden by a mask and baseball cap, walking closely beside a woman in a long beige coat. They seemed unaware of the camera's presence. At first, it looked innocent, two colleagues perhaps, leaving a restaurant after work. But within minutes, eagle-eyed fans noticed the posture, the stride, the unmistakable silhouette, and the internet exploded. It's Song Kang. Those three words flooded social media platforms like wildfire. And the woman beside him? According to rumors, she wasn't Yu Yong. She was Han So-hee, Song Kang's former co-star from the sizzling 2021 drama Nevertheless. The internet erupts within hours, hashtags like #Song Kang caught, #Yu Yong heartbroken, and #Han So-hee connection dominated Korean and international Twitter trends. Clips from their old dramas resurfaced, fan pages went dark, and a silence fell over the usually bright and joyful fandom. Because for fans, Song Kang and Yu Yong were more than just co-stars, they were a dream. Their chemistry in My Demon had been electric, raw, emotional. The behind-the-scenes footage, the glances, the laughter, the whispered conversations, had convinced fans that what they saw on screen wasn't acting at all. To the world, they were the next great Korean love story in the making. Until this. The mysterious encounter. Sources claimed the photos were taken outside a private dining lounge in Gangnam, where Song Kang had attended a casual industry dinner. According to one insider, Han So-hee had arrived separately but left at the same time, both laughing quietly as they stepped into the night air. The two allegedly shared a car for a short drive, before parting ways near Song Kang's apartment complex. There was no embrace. No kiss. No public display of affection. But sometimes, it doesn't take a scandalous act to cause heartbreak, only the suggestion of one. Yu Yong's quiet reaction as the images circulated online, fans rushed to Yu Yong's social media, searching for any sign of a reaction. For days, she said nothing. Then, without warning, she posted a photo. A single picture of the night sky, a crescent moon half hidden by clouds, with the caption, "Even stars drift apart when the sky changes." Within minutes, that post became one of the most discussed topics in South Korea. Fans flooded the comments with heartbreak, support, and confusion. Is she talking about Song Kang? Did they break up? Please tell me this isn't true. But Yu Yong never clarified. She never denied. She never confirmed. She simply went silent again, and deleted the post hours later. Inside sources speak. Industry insiders claim that Song Kang and Yu Yong had grown distant in recent months. With Song Kang preparing for military enlistment and Yu Yong filming overseas, their once constant communication had reportedly slowed. They were very close, almost inseparable after My Demon, one staff member shared. But fame changes schedules, and schedules change hearts. They still cared, but distance does strange things to people in this industry. Still, fans weren't ready to accept that explanation. Not when the images of Song Kang with Han So-hee painted a different story. Song Kang's agency responds. By the third day, Song Kang's management released a brief statement: "The photos circulating online are being misinterpreted." Song Kang met with a colleague as part of a private industry gathering. There is no romantic relationship involved. A simple denial. Clean. Controlled. But fans weren't convinced. Why had Song Kang himself stayed silent? Why hadn't Kim Yoo Jung reposted or liked anything since? Sometimes, silence can feel louder than a confession. The emotional fallout for weeks, the once thriving fanbase that celebrated Kang Yu, the affectionate nickname for Song Kang and Yu Yong, began to fracture. Some defended Song Kang fiercely, calling it a misunderstanding blown out of proportion. Others sided with Kim Yoo Jung, saying that her quiet pain spoke louder than any statement could. Fan-made videos of their My Demon moments resurfaced on YouTube, accompanied by sad piano versions of the OST. Comments filled with broken hearts, tears, and pleas for answers. They looked so in love. If this is true, it's the end of an era. I'll never watch My Demon the same way again. The hidden truth? A week later, a shocking twist emerged. New footage, from the same night, showed that after Song Kang and Han So-hee parted ways, he met with another male actor friend nearby. The angle revealed that they had indeed left the restaurant at the same time, but separately. The context shifted. The story that began as an alleged betrayal now looked more like a moment of coincidence, captured and twisted by lenses hungry for drama. But by then, the damage was already done. Kim Yoo Jung's final word days after the clarification spread online, Kim Yoo Jung appeared at a brand event in Seoul. Cameras flashed, reporters shouted questions, but she kept her composure, calm, radiant, but distant. When one reporter quietly asked, "Do you have anything to say about the rumors involving Song Kang?" She paused for a moment, smiled faintly, and said, "I only wish him happiness, always." It was simple. Graceful. Heartbreaking. Because behind that gentle tone, fans could hear what wasn't being said, the sound of something ending quietly, without blame, without closure. The aftermath weeks later, as the rumors cooled, both stars went their separate ways. Song Kang began preparations for enlistment, staying out of the spotlight. Kim Yoo Jung focused on her next film project, embracing solitude and strength. Yet fans couldn't shake the bittersweet feeling that they had witnessed something real, something fragile, slip away under the pressure of fame and public scrutiny. The last meeting had happened quietly, without cameras, without managers, without stylists. Just two people, sitting across from each other, in the dim corner of a cafe they once visited together during their My Demon filming days. Song Kang arrived first. He wore a black cap pulled low, a plain hoodie, stripped of his usual public aura. He looked anxious, restless. 10 minutes later, Kim Yoo Jung entered. She wasn't wearing makeup, no designer clothes, just simplicity. A woman who had questions. A woman who needed answers. For a moment, neither of them spoke. Then, slowly, Song Kang said, "I never wanted to hurt you." It wasn't what it looked like. Her eyes softened, but her voice was calm, too calm. "I know. But sometimes, it's not about what it was, it's about what it looked like to the world. We live in a mirror, Kang. Once it cracks, everyone sees the lines, even if we try to ignore them." He looked down, fingers tracing the rim of his coffee cup, searching for words that never came. She smiled faintly, the kind of smile that hides sorrow behind grace. "You were my peace in chaos," she whispered. "But I think the world loves to see beautiful things fall apart." And with that, she stood up, thanked him, and walked away. That was the last time they were seen together, not on set, not in interviews, not even in the same city again. The unspoken pain in the days that followed, Song Kang disappeared from the public eye completely. No social media updates. No appearances. Only silence. Insiders whispered that he spent most of his time in a private family home outside of Seoul, avoiding the spotlight. One friend described him as broken but quiet, someone who knew he'd lost something rare. Meanwhile, Kim Yoo Jung was photographed attending a film premiere, stunning as ever, radiant in white, but her eyes told a story words could never. Behind that poised smile was exhaustion, a kind of quiet strength that only heartbreak can build. And when a reporter dared to ask, "Would you work with Song Kang again in the future?" she smiled softly, eyes glistening under the flash of cameras. If the story is right, maybe. But some stories are meant to end beautifully, even if they end too soon. Her words trended for days. Because every fan knew exactly what she meant. Fade out, the final scene as Song Kang marches quietly into military life, and Yu Yong steps further into her new era of career brilliance, fans still whisper their names together. Some say maybe, one day, the universe will bring them back to the same script, the same stage, the same story. Others believe their chapter is done, but the echo of their connection will live forever in K-drama history. And perhaps that's what makes it so powerful. Not a scandal. Not betrayal. But two stars who met at the perfect time, and parted before fame could destroy what was pure between them. Because sometimes, the greatest love stories don't end in happily ever after. They end in silence, and stay eternal in memory.